So I was scrolling eBay the other day and I came across something very strange. I bought it, it arrived, and I believe it's a 100% never seen before unreleased Halo Mega Bloks Spartan. Let's check it out. So Halo Mega prototypes can take all sorts of shapes and sizes, and if you want to learn more, check out the playlist that's embedded in the end of this video. Examples could be unreleased figures like this Spartan here, and there's a lot of fakes out there. You've got to be careful. There are plenty of both figures and weapons, it seems, that are just lazy reproductions, certainly with prototype weapons. If you ever see like something like this being sold en masse on eBay, I'd always be cautious that they aren't just, complete reproductions. Also, shout out to this World of Warcraft Marine. But I have completely 100% verified prototypes. These are absolutely 100% real. This is the prototype from the ODST Hornet Recon. But today we're looking at this. It appeared on my eBay. Here it is. Look at this. This is crazy. I mean, I was just in complete disbelief when it actually arrived and I examined it properly. I didn't know whether to buy it at first, but at the end of the day, it was only like $40 and I thought I may as well commit. There were a couple of telltale signs that made me think it was real. I'm going to showcase and describe to you why I think, without really a shadow of a doubt, that this is a real prototype. So let's set the stage with a little history lesson. November 2012 is the launch of Halo 4. Now, up until that point, Mega Bloks has made Halo Wars, Halo ODST, and Halo Reach style sets. Their full Halo 4 lineup launches in 2013 and on to 2014 with the launch of New Articulation, and through New Articulation onto the release of Halo 5 in 2015 with the launch of Halo Heroes Series 1. This is an anomaly, right? It's old articulation, so it has to slot in before 2014, so the launch of Halo 4 in 2012 would seem a bit more obvious. There had never been designs like this on a Halo Mega Bloks character. Like, this is super unique. It's pretty much common knowledge that when you went from old articulation to new articulation, you got a lot of extra customization, but you lost a lot of the paint apps. And with Halo 4, again, came armor skins. And this is very similar to some of those designs. I just couldn't find something exact, right? The closest I found on Halo 5, the Mark IV Arcadia skin, kinda similar, and the Mark VI Satrap skin. If you're a real lore buff with your skins and armor variants in Halo 4 and 5, let me know what you think this is similar to. So I've got some other theories I'll leave towards the end of the video, but right now let's just check out the Spartan. It's gorgeous. This is a prototype, I assume, beam rifle in just solid gray. So like, I was skeptical, right? But I bought it for one reason alone. If you make a custom Spartan or a custom figure, you're going to apply more than just a white paint application. It's too machine worked, it's too parallel running down the middle, like, it's too clean. Like, you would have to be a master painter to try and apply these kind of lines, and to have no other washes, no other additional colors, literally just the red Spartan and the white. It makes me feel like this is produced out of a factory. These lines do not come off. They can't be scratched off. I can't feel like an additional layer of acrylic. They're fixed on, and they're perfectly symmetrical. There's just no way in my mind that this was done by a customizer, and if it was, hit me up, because you've done some masterful work. The only real example of like armor skins and armor variants that we really saw in Halo Mega Bloks, the best example I can think is the Infinity Armor Bay, but there really hasn't been that many other examples. Like, Halo Mega Bloks is very well known for basic colors and then, well, essentially basically one color and a couple of little accents. Like, Mega Bloks doesn't make figures like this. This looks too similar to some kind of Halo 4 armor skin to me. I just can't find the exact armor skin type. So what could this be? Where could this have come from? If we've learned one thing from researching this archive, it's that there are likely thousands of figure variants that were cancelled and never made it to the light of day. Maybe they were just initially storyboarded or drafted. Maybe they were just initially 3D printed and painted. There will be literally countless characters that we've lost, and that's normal for literally any toy designer. But what makes this one so special is how far I feel it got to the final production. We know that Mega Bloks goes through a lot of different iterations, and that design development cycle has changed throughout the years. We know that currently they 3D print basic figures that they've designed in software, and then they'll paint them. We've seen more and more test samples come out of China recently. This feels to me like it's quite far down the production line. Now, I've got a crazy theory. These Mark IVs were the original bread and butter of Halo Mega Bloks. It's what they launched with, and it's what they probably produced the most of in the original days. And it was produced right up until the Spartan Tribute Pack when they retired. It's a legacy figure. And what if, and I don't know this, but what if Mega Bloks used this for a long time as the basic prototype primer if they wanted to test something? Like, it would make sense to me. Hey, Joe, we've got a new design we want to run by you. We're launching Halo 4 soon, and 343 Industries want to see some prototypes. So let's test 343 Industries' concept of armor skins on our basic Mark IV, like our Mark IV template, the one that we use to test everything. To me, that would make sense. I kind of ship that idea. There is also knowledge of unique figures and characters being given away to staff, given away to 343 Industries players and members. One of the other reasons that I bought this, one of the other reasons that I was quite confident of this, was it was shipped from Canada in a town pretty close, maybe a couple of hour drive from Montreal. Mega Bloks used to produce in-house before they were bought out by Mattel. They had a factory in Montreal. They produced their figures, sets, everything, and shipped from Montreal. The only other big noticeable example of armor skins and armor variants that we've seen on lots of figures are Halo Heroes, but they didn't launch till 2015, and that was over a year into the release of new articulation. You know, I think back to the archiving videos that I've done recently with the fact that Halo 3 armors showed up a lot in the original prototypes of Halo Mega Bloks before the line had even launched. And if you think about it, if Bungie had come to Mega Bloks wanting a toy line, but they weren't ready to share the new assets from Halo Wars, then maybe Mega Bloks would mock up Halo 3 style figures because that's the only art that they have access to. That's the only point of reference they know. And perhaps something is similar with the Spartan, that up until the launch of Halo 4, you know, 343, they knew they wanted a new toy line. Mega Bloks was in full swing. 343 had shared their ideas for armor skins with Mega Bloks, and Mega Bloks had mocked up this prototype to show as a proof of concept for what Halo 4 skins could look like applied to the Halo Mega Bloks toys that were selling so well. So guys, I would love to know your wild and wacky theories down below. There's got to be an answer somewhere out there. I also kind of want to give a shout out, I guess, to the Halo Heroes Series 7 Mark VI. It's got some similar line work, but that's about the only thing that's going for it, other than it's also red. But maybe it'll always live rent-free in everyone's brains going forward as what could have been with this dope Mark IV Spartan. Shout out to you all. Thanks so much for supporting the Mega Archive, and I'll see you next video.